What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy JG back with another video on music tips and reviews with JG. If you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in to this show, to this episode. Always thankful, for people that always support my show. It's truly a blessing to have support out there. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please press the subscribe button so you'll be updated all my latest content. I strive to give the best content, the latest news, the latest tips for you guys out there in YouTube land. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said, it's truly a blessing that you all are out there listening to what I have to say. And I got Cash App, $ JGillsVA. Also got Super Chat. And if I know you, send me a message if you want to join the show. First off, it saddens me to give this announcement today. If you grew up in the 90s, R&B, we lost a legend. I would say legend. I feel he's a legend. R&B singer, Jesse Powell. We lost him today. Jesse Powell. It saddens me to say that he had passed away at the age of 51. He passed at the age 51. They said it was cardiac arrest. That's what Wikipedia say. I don't know all the full details, but they said that he had passed away from cardiac arrest. So my prayers are with the family of Jesse Powell. May he rest in peace. Of course, You is a top selling song. I wish he had, more to put out, to offer to the world. But, I believe a lot of those artists, from that time, that decade, they had songs that was very timeless. And so even if they put out one album, they're still legendary in our eyes because, the songs is timeless. That they put out. And so rest in peace, Jesse Powell. And also I want to share some other news. Cardi B, she donated 100,000. She's going to donate 100,000, or she have donated 100,000 to her middle school in the Bronx. She donated money. So I just want to highlight that. And appreciate y'all for coming up here on tonight for this show. And hope y'all get something out of it. Again, appreciate y'all for joining the show. And we're going to get into it. I see one of my good friends gonna come up here. Steve, I see you trying to get in, but appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. What's up, Steve?
What's up, man?
Yeah, I was just talking about Jesse Powell. Passed away today.
Yeah.
I heard they said the cause was cardiac arrest. That's what I see on Wikipedia.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah. So they said that's how he passed away.
51 years old, man.
Yeah, that's young. That's still young.
Still young.
Yeah. So guys out there, get your checkups.
Right.
Check your blood and stuff like that. A lot of guys are dying early age of blood pressure and stuff like that. And
Right.
so make sure you get checked. I need to get checked. Us guys, we don't really like going to hospitals and stuff. So.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Definitely.
And may he rest in peace, and prayers for his family.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
His I didn't know his sister was a recording artist.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Wow.
Yeah, she the one that from the You Got So
Oh, you got so. Okay.
she was up there. She said thank you, and then
Oh,
she
okay.
had reposted what they had said.
Oh, okay.
But she the one that had confirmed it to the world.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the
Hmm.
sister. Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, may he rest in peace. Even though he had one big single, he's still legendary because, like I said, a lot of music during
Mhm.
that time is timeless. Even though they had one song or two songs,
Yeah.
those songs are timeless. Yeah.
Was If I Was that a big single? I know you.
Yeah, if I was a big single too, but it wasn't as big as you though.
Cause you right. You was
Yeah,
like that wedding
and
song.
I see on like his discography, like you weren't really a single meant to be a
Wow.
single, so
It is wow.
it
Oh,
just it just shot up there.
I
Yeah.
always thought Jesse Powell was kind of like related to Tevin Campbell.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Speaking of Tevin Campbell, uh, they said that when that album came out, "I'm Ready" was a bigger song. That's what they
Wow.
said.
Wow.
So, but they both was hits. So
Right. Facts.
yeah, yeah.
Man,
It's
Jesse Powell.
yeah. And so yeah, prayers for his family.
Right.
And so yeah, I wanted to get on this topic tonight. The current state of female hip hop artists.
Hmm.
Shout out to Cardi B. First of all, she donated 100,000 to her middle school in
Oh
the
man,
Bronx. So
word. Okay.
yeah, so shout out
Jeez.
to her.
Okay. Shout out to Cardi B.
So yeah,
God is good.
yeah. So tonight I just want to talk about this because our future generations, they have to have something to look up to,
Hmm.
and hopefully it's positive, positive role models.
Right.
uh, Honestly, I feel like the current state of female hip hop, it's kind of one dimensional. It's
Hmm.
not like back then in the 90s where they had various topics to talk about.
Right.
Yeah, it's more like sex because it
And
sells.
right.
And I feel, and I don't know if you agree, but like artists like Cardi B, I
Uh
feel
huh.
like they do want to talk about more than what they talk about,
Hmm.
but they afraid they'll lose fans. What do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's that, and I think too, they're looking at what's popular. Plus, they're looking at other artists who like like your Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion. Even though they've collabed and stuff, but yeah,
yeah,
it's just what's going on. Like they're looking at what's current, what's what I'm saying, what's sex sells.
yeah,
So even
yeah,
in rap, you know what I'm saying? Like they feel and they figure, you know what, this is what this is what the fans want. So
yeah,
yeah, like I
yeah,
agree with that.
yeah. I don't know if you can cause it's like an echo coming
Oh,
through. I
you
don't
want me to
know.
try again?
Yeah, yeah. You don't have no
Okay. Oh,
earphones on you, do you? Oh, okay,
nah, I was
okay,
working as I clean. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Hold on, real quick.
okay.
I was trying to multitask.
Yeah,
You see me walking around.
yeah.
So,
But again, appreciate everybody for watching. I mean, even if you are tuning in to the recorded, uh, recording of this show,
right,
I just wanted to talk about the current state of female hip hop because this is something that we got to talk about. To look out for our future generation.
right.
And the beginning, like in the '80s, it was more of a masculine uh, dominance in the game. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's better. Yeah,
It's better. Okay.
yeah. It was more of a masculine art form, and then it kind of went into what it is now. More
Mm-hmm.
sexual. Females is just, I feel a lot of female hip hop artists are getting out of hand. With their content, and they just doing what you know the people want or the label
Right.
want that
Yeah.
sells instead of
Right.
doing what they feel they should really do. Because I
It's
feel like on the last single, Cardi B, she's tired of the industry. Like
hmm
before she released this last single, it felt like she was tired of the industry, but it may be because she's doing the same type of songs. That's what I
right,
feel. Yeah,
but it's just different, different beat or format.
yeah, yeah. So
Um, yeah, man. I agree, bro. Like, cause you know what I'm saying. See, they know sex sells just like OnlyFans. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying, and it's
yeah,
like, so
yeah,
they're never gonna run out of money and stuff like that. So because they know sex sells, it's like, okay, let's see how nasty we can get this.
yeah,
And then when they see like somebody, what I'm saying, say something, it's because they got city girls, everybody that they got to compete with. So it's like, okay, how can I make it more, slicker? Like, how can I be more raw with,
yeah,
what I'm saying, that word, they have exhausted the P word. And it's like, it's no, um, what is it, substance to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here,
yeah,
you
yeah,
want it, and they, here's wet and
yeah,
all this stuff. And not trying
yeah.
to be graphic, but I'm just saying like they
Yeah,
know
you're right.
that.
Yeah, you're right. They're more straightforward, and it's just. I hate to say, it's like just giving a service instead of displaying your true personality through the song.
Right,
Like if you think about Missy Elliott, she got to be creative
right,
with her music.
right.
She displayed what she really was, and
hmm
I feel a lot of these artists now is just
Right,
doing
right.
what they feel sells.
And, I mean, with Missy Elliott, you know what I'm saying. She's made an impact when like someone like Lil Wayne
Yeah,
said she inspired him. You know what I'm saying, because she was respected by the rap game.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like, but when you have the, what I'm saying, not saying the other rappers are not being respected,
yeah,
but they're not getting that, that admiration as if, like they would want to. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's why you got even Little Kim.
yeah,
Little Kim had have her moments, but she still had substance and,
yeah,
her rap and her slickness and play words and stuff like that.
yeah. And I feel that it kind of changed when like Salt and Pepper and Lil Kim,
Uh-huh.
came. It got to be more of the feminine side of female hip hop.
Right.
They got to talk about sexual stuff. Even Foxy Brown,
Right.
it started getting to the sexual stuff. When the
Right.
Bad Boy era came. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, so we gonna check out this video a little bit. It's the woman of hip hop. Just kind of give a history of the woman of hip hop. So let's check that out right quick.
All right.
I think it's fair to say that perhaps the most successful and influential hip hop album released in the last 12 months has to be Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy. The album was not only a commercial but critical success, garnering high praise from multiple outlets. But behind
So yeah, Invasion of Privacy that was a good album.
Yeah.
Cardi B album. And
Right.
so yeah, and like I don't know. I guess after they first albums, I feel like they should evolve. They should change,
Yeah.
the style because I think I'm afraid that a lot of these artists like Megan Thee Stallion, City Girls, and all them, I think
Right.
their style is gonna die out, after a while
Yeah.
because they got to switch up a little bit.
They have to. Right. I mean, they have to switch out the sound, and they gotta kind of like add substance to their message. They got to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
gotta like bring more of a respect. You know what I'm saying, to the rap game, where it's like, okay, other than sex, like okay, like
yeah,
women, like because they do it in their concerts. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? They say like
yeah,
women, you don't need this and that, and you're
yeah,
independent and all of this stuff. But it's like, okay, but put that too in your music, not
yeah,
just like, okay, we get it. Like, all
Yeah,
right, we're gonna
it's like hypocritical what they rap about.
right. Cause
Yeah.
look, even Salt and Pepper was featured on the Kurt Franklin's God's Property.
Oh
So
yeah.
that said a lot
Yeah.
to know that even with that, even though they had the song Push It, they still had songs that,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. That was different.
was had cadence. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Behind
And I
Cardi
think
B's massive success
Oh.
is a foundation of
I
Oh.
think Nicki Minaj. I'm sorry, I was gonna say I
Yeah.
think Nicki Minaj was on that gospel record too.
Yeah. Tasha Cobb's song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of Nicki Minaj, I think she's the most out of those versatile.
Yeah.
I think because she do some songs where she's not really sexual.
Right.
She goes into that masculine vibe.
Yeah.
On certain songs, like the song she had with 5 Year Foreign. Yeah.
Yeah.
That song was
Chung-
a little different. Yeah.
Chung Lee.
Yeah, Chun Li. Yeah. It's different variety, you know.
Right.
She's like a Missy, but she's more feminine, I would
Right.
say. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
opportunity and influence laid by generations of female MCs. We can trace the voice of women in hip hop back to the 80s when the genre was still underground. On the streets, women had a presence. They were B-girls or female break dancers. As the genre continued,
Yeah, so like at the beginning of rap, you know, in general, it was more about the DJ and the break dancers, and and from that, you know, that's how, you know, like the choreography stuff came into hip hop and all that stuff. And the DJ was more important than a producer,
Right.
because the DJ was more of a back then was more of a, like, the live performance was the thing. Now it's more of the recording and who got the most features on it. It kind of switched, you know. So
continued to evolve, B-girls within the crews began to pick up the mic and rap as well. Rivalries formed between crews, and only the hardest flows gained recognition. Cut to Roxanne Shante, a hard hitter who was known to take.
So Roxanne Shante, she's like one of the pioneers of female hip hop. She's like today's she's like today's Meg Thee Stallion or something like that. She's like one of the head rappers of that time. Yeah.
Wow.
But she's, you know, she was more, you know, back then more of the female rappers, you was more like masculine type, you know.
Take aim and say what she needed to say.
My name is Roxanne, and they call me Shante. But every time of that, I say I'm mama, just like a disser.
Roxanne Shante, you know, at that time, she was challenging whole crews, you know. For her to step up to the plate as a female and go and just a whole crew, like, you know.
And that's the thing about, you know, back then, they really had actual skill, like, as far as rapping.
Right.
You know, they battled, like, the battle was a big thing back then. And nowadays, you know, songwriters is writing, like, most of their raps. Like, you'd be surprised how many ghostwriters be on these artists, you know, songs.
Ghostwriters is getting paid under the table, and they're not complaining.
And so that's another thing. A lot of like, as far as R&B, it's okay to go, you know, it's okay to write for somebody else. But as far as being a rapper, that's like a no-no. Like, to have a lot of ghostwriters.
That's what started that beef with Drake and Meek Mills.
Oh yeah.
But at the time, but it was a challenging battle, very helpful for the culture.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's kind of like a sin in a sense.
Yeah, for a rapper, yeah.
Accomplishments stand on the fact that I was a battle MC and willing to battle anybody at any time without any fear.
She said whatever was on her mind, and I loved it.
Roxanne Shante, along with other notable MCs like Sha Rock and MC Light, helped push the boundaries for women in hip hop and showed that they could dish it out just as good, if not better, than the men.
You really had to rhyme.
And shout out to Rod Digger. She's one of the other dope MCs that was out during that time. So shout out to her.
Was she on the Busta Rhymes songs?
Yeah, she was in Flip Mode Squad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
One of the guys in order to even be taken seriously.
However, this focus on lyrical
So she said, you know, you had to ride with the guys in order for people to take you serious. You know, you had to beat the guys in rapping. And
Right.
so yeah, that was the main thing back then, battle rapping.
craftsmanship and credibility led to the stereotypical female battle MC that seemed to be a part of every crew. It wasn't until Queen Latifah's arrival on the scene in '89 that a new
Queen Latifah.
female perspective began to be heard.
With Latifah's entry, you just
UNITY.
saw sort of a changing of the guards. It was more about pride and honor.
Queen Latifah stood up as a strong, young black
Lil'
woman.
Mama.
And was just
Shout out
like,
Lil' Mama.
who you fooling a bitch? Like, straight up.
I am a female.
And I did like Diamond.
Diamond was good. She
Yeah,
represented the ATL.
Well, oh, I forgot the name of that group. Crime Mob? No. Something Mob. Crime Mob? So, I forgot the
Something
name
like
of it.
that. Yeah.
A powerful black woman. You're gonna respect
Nuck if he butt work.
me.
Yeah.
As the 90s arrived, the presence of women in hip hop skyrocketed.
hope she
With
come
hip hop
back.
slowly becoming pop, record companies and labels were looking for powerful female entertainers to sell records. During this time, we saw the likes of Miss Lauryn Hill, Foxy Brown, Missy
Yeah.
Elliott, and many, many more.
And that's like the golden time of female hip hop.
Right.
The early 90s, everybody had their own style.
Right.
Like Lauryn Hill was more of the conscious.
Right.
Missy was more of the just out of the box.
Yeah.
Foxy was the sexy but still could spit her tail off.
Right.
And so speaking of Lauryn Hill, I want to get into this video. They talking about Lauryn Hill, how she influenced hip hop. So shout out to Lauryn Hill.
Lil' Kim and from Foxy and all the sexual rap that was out there, like, okay, I'm exhausted, I need a break. I mean, even the biggest nymphomaniac needs a day off. And I think that's what hip hop was feeling like, okay, I need a break, I need something to change it up, whatever cases. I'll listen, I'll jam with them, but, what's that?
Yeah, in saloons we bring booms and battle rooms to hide. Rush rap tunes on black spoons, take no shorts like.
And the thing is, like, I didn't even know she was on Sister Act at first. I just saw her on. The first time I seen her was on "Killing Me Softly" song. That was the first time. And so I didn't know about Sister Act. And so when I went back to Sister Act, I said, "Oh yeah, she's dope."
Yeah.
Yeah, cause that's
sir.
yeah. So
If you ask a female MC,
and at the same time, she was beautiful. Like she didn't have to show a whole lot.
Right.
She just showed her beauty through her art, and you know, through her voice, and you know, just being a strong black woman.
Right.
And so, and like you see her interview, she was very intelligent. And so, yeah, I think it has to get back to that. You know, females. You know, but the thing is now, you know, the sexism thing is kind of a rise now, and females, if you know, a female, you know, it's like this nowadays. They are considered really masculine, in a sense. So they want the female to just say, you know, lick my and all this stuff.
Right.
Nowadays, so.
I mean, who was what's her name?
Kia. Oh yeah, Kia. What's her name? Kia.
What's the one that says the milkshake song?
Oh, Khalees. Oh yeah, Khalees.
Yeah.
I thought you talking about My Neck, My Back song.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Kia.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was when I heard that. I was like, whoa.
You liked it.
I ain't gonna lie.
every single one of them is going to say, Lauryn, she was so genuine, so true to herself.
Shout out to
Wow, Lauryn Hill. My.
Yeah, we're gonna
Lauryn
get shout
Hill
outs today.
is in her own category when it comes to female rappers.
Lauryn was a lyricist.
Yeah, Lauryn was a lyricist. Yep.
Somebody who expressed herself in art in which she rapped, she sung, she had melody.
For men and for women, she represented.
And it's a lot of artists, female artists these days, that has as much talent as Lauryn Hill. but they're afraid to display it because they'll lose a fan base or they'll lose they deal. And Lauryn Hill didn't care.
But see, right, because see, Lauryn Hill went against the grain, and because of that, you have people like a Beyonce that would sing her song, or people that would do a cover, because the thing is they had respect for her. Like that's why she could live off just one album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, she still come up with new stuff, but her old album will always be like a hip hop hymnal.
Yeah.
If you can put it. So
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, what female artists these days have timeless music?
Facts. Timeless.
Nico.
See, popular. Sorry, my bad. Popular.
No, you good.
Is sometimes can be just temporary because it's like a trend.
Yeah.
But see, she set a bar.
Yeah.
That has to be reached, and I feel like it has not yet been reached.
Yeah.
I mean, we have not seen we got but she, I mean, I know she used to inspired by her Tink.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in the sense of like
originality.
Right. Like, when was the last time you heard somebody was like, yo, like, she's so different.
Yeah. We looking for that. And I feel like artists, especially female artists these days, they don't have I wouldn't say the balls, because they not
right. but they like to say they have what energy.
Yeah. I think the females back then had more of a voice, because before they came out, they were trying to put their foot in the door. Right. And now that we have this type of control now, the Beyoncés and stuff came up and have more control. It's like we still being, females still being controlled by the industry.
Right.
Really. Yeah.
Because see, the thing is this: there are hip hop female artists and stuff, but see, you got to find them. Like, they'll be featured on freestyles and stuff, and they do be speaking like some real stuff where it's not just pertaining sex. Yeah. But the question is about, okay, what is mainstream accepting? What is it that the mainstream is putting out there for people to listen to? Yeah. Like that, and what's popular, like you said. So
yeah, and a lot of these A&Rs is just looking at what Instagram is saying, what social media is saying. Right. They're not looking at the art of each person. They just looking at what's gonna sell instead of the individual personality or characteristics of these different artists. And that's why music was very strong back then, because the artists got to display who they really were. Right. And so the music was more powerful in a sense.
I want to say something right quick, and that I'm gonna just say this. It's different now, and can we get to a place where there could be not necessarily a Lauryn Hill, but someone kind of that would emulate her in the sense of how they would, like, the message would come across more positive? Yes, but it's going to take somebody who has to go against the grain of the industry. Yeah. Cardi B made it possible or opened the door for IG models and people of reality shows to rap. So now it's just like how everybody's rapping. It's the same thing in the female lane. But see, they're looking at Cardi B, and Cardi B, like I said, dope album. But once again, she's getting tired of probably putting certain things out where in the beginning it was good, but she might want to move to something different. But because of the label and the industry and what they require, she has to follow protocol because they're trying to get to a certain capital. They know what sells. Yeah. So there's people under her that are saying, "Hey, I can rap, I can do that," and I guess and so you're seeing more of that on that end. Yeah.
And good thing you said about that. The image, these artists these days is really influencing the average female out here. You know, they feel. I don't mean to be funny, but they feel like they need to have this long hair and the baby hair.
Right.
Because everybody in the industry has it. Like Young Miami, Meg Thee Stallion. It's just a lot of copycats now.
Right.
You know, every female you see out looks the same because they're influenced by you know, media.
Like even back in the day, like women artists, their hairstyle was different. Like but it was real.
Yeah.
You know, and there's nothing against you know, how they rock their hair now and stuff like that. Because if it looks good, cool. I'm not even against it, but I'm just saying during that time, that's what represented originality.
Yeah.
So the appearance,
And the thing is now it was then, you know, back then it was more variety. Like if you was a female that felt like I didn't want to be revealing with my clothes,
right?
Oh, I would look to Lauryn Hill, or I would look to Queen Latifah or something like that.
Right.
And if I want to be raunchy, I look at Lil' Kim or Foxy Brown.
Right.
It's not variety. It's just a straight like sexual thing. Like
because once again, like you said, it's just like social media. A lot of times, people don't always stand out where they disagree with something. It's more so like, well, you know, we're going to follow this because this is popular. Even comments are even popular. So the thing is that's why certain amount of people will like a certain comment, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, it's going to take somebody to say, you know what, when was the last time we heard something that was like something like a Lauryn Hill with like message type thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we get back to that? Because see, even though they're competing against the other artists, they're still going to hear the same thing. So it's like, okay, so that's why I'm saying it's like, what's the nasty? Like, let's describe the nastiest way we can present this. Just like, you know, like the WAP, that was like number one, but it was like, wow, it's like, okay, but now, but you know, it's like,
it's even like in the movie industry, like say you know, Halle Berry, for instance. She had to be naked and have sex and everything in order to get a Oscar.
Right.
And, you know,
and it wasn't even a sex scene that went to the next scene. It was like the full,
full thing.
and this woman played, what's her name? Dorothy
Dandridge. Yeah,
and you know, she had sex appeal, man.
Yeah,
but yet she had to go to a place where, okay, that she's definitely going to get one because you know, sex sells.
Yeah.
So we know she'll do, you know, I don't know.
And they made it more of a thing now because you know, Meg Thee Stallion, she won, you know, Savage and all those songs.
Yeah.
Because it was a song that had sex appeal, like to a lot of people.
Right.
And I just feel like people like Beyonce has the power to say, you know, express other things than you know, sex. You know, sex.
Right.
I feel Beyonce or something like that has the power to change the industry, but you know, I don't know.
Beyonce, shout outs to Beyonce, but even Beyonce's last album, as dope as it was still it was influenced sexual. It was something we don't normally hear Beyonce go in like that.
Yeah.
So even she, like, in a sense, has conformed to like the Megan Thee Stallion sound because of the influence that Megan Thee Stallion. Thinking about it, Megan Thee Stallion song is a hit, it then gets Beyonce on a remix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. So just you know, because she's just Beyonce.
Yeah.
But the thing is that now Beyonce, you know, has to kind of like change some things up because we know her as the ballads and everything, and you know, and she has some hype songs too, like, but they was timeless.
Yeah. I think Beyonce, she was in a way targeting demographics as far as the LGBTQ.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think on
true.
this album, she was gearing towards that.
Right.
And I feel like the female artists, like hip hop, as far as rap artists, their albums don't really have a true direction. Like even because Lil' Kim, man, she talked about sexual things,
right?
But if you look at her, like her album Hardcore, it had a theme, like every song lined up, with each other. Like I felt like Meg Thee Stallion last album, it could have been like a story, like a storyline. But it still was talking about the same stuff. Like switch it up. If you're talking about getting over trauma, talk about depression. Talk about the things you went through during the time with Tory Lane or something like that.
Right. Have a have a
interlude or something.
Interlude. Yeah, have something like you going to patient. Not patient first. You going to see the therapist or something like.
Yeah, have a Cause that's what I thought the album was gonna be. She talking about traumazine, like supposed to be like metaphor of a medicine to heal your pain from a trauma, but still it's not.
It's more like sexual healing.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Sexual.
Yeah, on that Marvin Gaye stuff. So
right. No bandages and just oils and stuff and zucchini and all that stuff. Anyway.
So we're gonna check out this clip. This is female hip hop artist that's completely disappeared, and they trying to figure out where they are. So we're gonna look at this.
Creation in the late 1970s. During the golden era in the late 1980s, women were starting to find success in hip hop. But female rappers really started exploding in the late 1990s and early 2000s. The women brought innovation and a new flavor to hip hop with their fashion and feminist lyrics. But after 2010,
so again, this is a video talking about the female rappers that they was hot at one time and then they just totally got out the game. So
and there weren't so many anymore. This is what happened to some of those female rappers from the early 2000s.
Shauna, Emil.
Wow.
Hello, Queen. Are you?
I went to a commercial. What in the world?
Oh, I thought that she was one of the hip hop.
Me too. But I'm gonna get back to the video. I'm gonna wait till after this. But I think I just feel like the female artists can be more creative during this time. I feel they got more in them, but they're controlled by the industry.
Right.
That's what I feel. Yeah.
And if they would take that Drake approach, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know what? If my audience value me like I know they do, they're going to be on this journey if I do something a little different. Add some more or something organic to my style or the message and stuff, be more creative.
Yeah. And so we're gonna get into this. The first one is Vita.
Vita rose to fame in the late 1990s when she became the first lady of Murder Inc. Records.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
Yeah.
Her sister is Kima Rayner of the 90s.
They were joking on her on the Versus with Ja Rule. Fat Joe said, "Go ahead and get her some food," because she was small. But that's crazy.
Girl group Total. A lot of her fame came from playing DMX's side chick in the 1998 film Belly.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yo, who is this? And who is this? This is Keisha.
Wow.
Then from there, she started being managed by Hype Williams, who directed the film. She was on the set of the music video for Method Man and D'Angelo's Breakups to Makeups when Hype introduced her to Irv Gotti and Ja Rule. And that's how she became the first lady of Murder Inc. Vita appeared on a number of hit records by Ja Rule, like Put It On Me, Holla Holla, and Down For You.
Wow.
It's like they could spit back then, like
Right. And the style was so fresh and crisp.
yeah, fresh, yeah.
Baby, it's only for you, baby.
Hey.
The thighs only divide.
She walked in the Julian McDonald Fashion Week show in the year 2000.
That chick, be a chick, be a chick, be
Vita recorded her first album.
That's crazy how her sister is in the group Total. So even when you hear her spitting, you can hear some melodicness in her voice.
Oh yeah. You hear that? Yeah, she can switch it up.
Right.
And that's why Drake is like a big artist, because he can be melodic but at the same time rap. So
right, exactly.
Yep.
Label. Then in January 2003, the FBI was blocked from being released by Madonna, who did not clear the sample. Vita eventually 1990s and early 2000s.
So Rod Digger.
And she still continues to release music from time to time. Rod Digger was most known for her association with Busta Rhymes and being the first lady
Rod Digger.
of
My
Flip Mode
sister
Squad
used to
in the
love
late
Rod Digger.
1990s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
She became a part of the Outsiders in the early 90s and was featured on the Fugees' 1996 song Cowboys. She eventually caught the attention of rapper Q-Tip and signed with Busta Rhymes' Flip Mode Squad after meeting him through Q-Tip. She started appearing on numerous Busta Rhymes songs.
Yeah.
Raw released her
her.
debut album, Dirty Harriet, on April 4th, 2000.
Was tight, cause the sister write rhymes all day and all night. Well, in South
Yeah, she had her own style too. Like all these females had their own vibe to them. She was laid back, but she could spit. Like yeah.
The album went on to sell over 396,000 units in the United States.
They used to sell back then.
Following year, she got
they can't make it 100,000 these days.
into acting and was cast in the films 13 Ghosts and Carmen, a hip hop.
Oh yeah, Carmen. She was in Carmen.
Beyonce and Joy Bryant.
Okay.
in the peach pit scheming like hell.
Cause she's gotta have it.
Spike Lee on the celly.
No, I'm still coming, but right now I'm not ready.
In 2002, she was featured on the Busta Rhymes and Mariah Carey song
Baby,
I Know
you
What You
forgive it
Want.
to me.
I remember that.
And her second album, Everything Is a Story, was due to be released in 2004, but was shelved by the label.
Wow.
She continued to do featured appearances on songs throughout the years.
Run it up. Now we hopping on a jet. He ain't wasting no time.
Hey,
I remember that.
But her second album would not come out until 2010.
Wow.
10 years after her debut album. She also parted ways with Busta Rhymes because she felt stagnant. Her last solo single was in 2014.
Yeah, a lot of these female artists, you know, they be in these big male groups. Like say Eve and you know Rod Digger, they be in these groups where they can't really shine. So it's still like a male dominant industry.
Right.
But until I feel until the female artists really, you know, get that executive or be a head of a group or create a group, that's when they really gonna get to express themselves, you know, like they want to. So
exactly.
Yeah.
That's true.
But Ra continues to do features on songs for other artists.
Shauna.
Chicago rapper Shauna was known as the first lady of Disturbing the Peace Records in the early 2000s. Her father is legendary blues guitarist Buddy Guy.
Oh, wow.
In the 90s, she formed the rap duo Infamous Syndicate, and they met up-and-coming producer Kanye West through a mutual friend.
What?
And he would produce their debut album.
Yeah, I didn't know that before I saw this Infamous Syndicate. That's the name of that group.
After the duo broke up, Shauna met Ludacris, who invited her to record a hook for his 2000 hit song, What's Your Fantasy?
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hey.
Give it to me now.
The song peaked at number 21.
That was my song. She did good on that song too.
On the Billboard Hot 100. And he signed her to his Disturbing the Peace label.
Very.
The following year, they were both featured on Mariah.
Yeah, it take me back to middle school.
Right.
Shauna, yeah.
She had that voice.
It carries
Yeah.
Loverboy track for
Cadence.
the album and
Remember that song? I was getting some.
Oh yeah.
the movie Glitter.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Shauna and Luda teamed up for a number of songs like Shake That, P Poppin', and the number one single,
P-Poppin'.
Stand Up.
Just like that.
Hey.
Her debut solo album, Worth the huge hit, but this would be dealing with a personal
So
life.
that's Shauna.
Knows since made a rap
Let's
career,
get through it.
and they were forming a rap
Oh,
trio
yeah, Charlotte,
called
Baltimore.
a romantic relationship with the Notorious B.I.G., who encouraged her to pursue a rap.
So yeah, that's you know, some of the artists. They going to Emil, Charlotte, Baltimore. Those artists like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like, what do you feel, you know, could help change the direction of female hip hop artists, or you feel that it's in a good spot? What's your honest opinion?
Well, financially, it's in a good spot.
Yeah.
I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah.
Because more women are doing it, but their message. I guess when I'm talking about entertainment wise, as far as like the mainstream,
Yeah.
they got one thing and one thing on the agenda. But I would say, man, like far as like creativity, man, it's like it has to change because it's not there right now, man.
Yeah.
It's not there like it could be. I mean, it has to take someone saying, you know what? Let's go back to the principles. Like we're talking about respect. We're talking about, you know, black girl magic and power to women and stuff and things like that. But let's speak about it more in our music.
Yeah.
You know, just like Beyonce did the song "Who Run the World, Girls." You know what I'm saying? That was an anthem. Let's have some anthems about respect.
Yeah.
Let's have some anthems. I mean, like, because right now it's just being painted as how we see it. And so as we see it, that's just how we're going to have it. Now, we're not complaining per se, but at the same time, when we're talking about female MCs, you know, you think about MC Light, you know, you think about Lauryn Hill. That's why Lauryn Hill was on Nas's album.
Yeah.
Nas literally said, I'm going to have her on the album. And she spit bars. And this woman we ain't hear from her in a minute. And the woman, like,
she just came back. Because she's so intelligent. It's like
intelligent, and the woman didn't even have to curse.
Yeah.
The woman
that's another
was
thing. Yeah.
Like she don't have to do that, and it's like because she has enough confidence. I'm not saying nobody else has confidence. So, but I'm saying she has enough integrity.
Yeah.
To say, hey, look, I'm comfortable in being one of the few artists to speak positivity for women because somebody has to do it. So let me stand up and be a leader.
Yeah.
You know, even when you don't hear from me in a while, my message has not changed.
Yeah, and that's the sad thing about the current state of female hip hop artists. In my view is that I feel like it's like a slavery. These female artists now, it's like they could rap about something else, but since the master has their hand, their money, you know, in their pockets, it's like you gonna rap what I say you're gonna rap, or you gonna lose your money, or you gonna lose your deal. And you know, these artists are afraid to just be themselves, and you know, it happened to Lauryn Hill. You know, that's why she's not prominent now, because she stood up. She said, I'm not going to rap what you want me to rap. I'm going to say what you want to say. And that made her legendary. And even like you saw the clip of Nicki Minaj, she freaking bowed down to Lauryn Hill because of just how her presence is. Like she said, "Oh, you the queen." Like using Nicki is like, you know, she's like, "I'm the queen." You know, I'm Nicki Minaj. But when she saw Lauryn Hill, she was like, She just said,
like it was a certain level of respect,
and that's
when it came down to Queen.
And that's the word, respect. Like City Girls and all these groups, I feel they not getting respect, and they not really rapping what they really want to rap about.
See, you can be loved and liked, but when you're respected, it's different, man. Because the thing is that it lets them know that, you know what, I never forgot about you. I never forgot about what you stood for, even though it wasn't popular. But that's what made you popular. In my side is that the fact that you went against the popularity and decided to say, you know what, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to lead it. And so even if somebody's not with me, I'm still willing to go forward, because I'm letting you know that it can be done. But I'm going to be the one to start and carry this torch.
Yeah.
And it's up to y'all if y'all want to decide if y'all want to do it or not. But one thing that's for certain is that up to now, Lauryn Hill's Miseducation of Lauryn Hill was in the 90s?
Yeah, 98. Yep.
And here it is 30 years later, 20 something years later, and people are like,
I still want that.
This one.
I still want that album on vinyl.
Still want exactly. Because
I got the CD. I still want another copy.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. It's that respect goes a long way.
And even like Super Duper Fly, like I want that on vinyl.
Yeah.
Like I want hardcore on vinyl. Like they're classic. Right. Like even the covers are classics. Like
and see that's the thing. And see, that's another thing too. Like, you know, not just Lauryn Hill, but Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott she really sparked the culture, man. She's like, she was out of the box, man. She's like, you know how like Tone is the gospel?
Yeah.
That's how like Missy Elliott is, because she was not afraid of creating things. She set trends.
Yeah.
She didn't go with trends. She set trends. Like, how many people have an outfit like a trash bag, and you walk outside and say, I can't stand the rain, and have, you know, the silver headline, and people are now doing memes.
Yeah.
Because it was monumental.
Yeah. And go to speaking of Missy Elliott, it kind of discouraged me, because we from VA, and a lot of people is mad because Missy got a street named after her. They said she don't deserve it, and I'm kind of like, you know, even though she's doing music, she's inspiring other young females to be unique, be themselves, and not let their environment determine where they're gonna head to.
Right.
And people feel like, oh, she didn't do this and that for the community, but she did a lot. She inspired, you know, females from Virginia to have a dream, to look up to. Cause I'm getting a lot of, like, when I posted about Missy getting her street, people are like, how did she deserve it?
Wow. Ain't that something?
You know, that's crazy.
Something? Because see, the thing is that first of all, she put the work in. Yeah. Second, she has always represented Virginia, right?
Yeah. And you don't know what she contribute.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't know if she have a recreational center or what she funded, charities she's given to. Yeah. But all I know is that when you come in contact with people who know her, they speak nothing but wonderful things.
Yeah.
And the thing is that she put the work in, man. You know what I'm saying? And she's contributed in a way where even rappers have to, like, they say, like, if it wasn't for Missy Elliott.
Yeah, Lil Wayne said that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they know, like, yo, like, she different. Like, she brought something different. Like, she's like that conversation when you say, like, Pharrell and Timbaland and them, they have their own planets. That's how Missy Elliott is.
Yeah. Like even Busta Rhymes said, like Missy Elliott, that's the only one I can go against.
Right. Yeah.
And that's going back to what we talking about, female hip hop. It's like she expressed the power of female hip hop because man, even man respect her as one of the greatest. Like she's not the greatest female hip hop artist. She's not the greatest male. She just one of the top artists, hip hop artists.
And
it's like,
people
she broke the sexism thing,
And people too gotta understand too. And this woman sang.
Yeah, well, she can sing too.
Jesus,
yeah.
What? And she's so low key about it, but she knows she can sing.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was listening to an LSG.
Yeah.
The first album, they got a song called something about the times, and Faith Evans is on it. Coco from SWV and Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Singing.
And I bet she wrote the whole song too.
Probably did.
Yeah.
She can write her.
She can write her. You know it off too. Yeah.
And then find someone that she knows talent, man, and just like Tweet, Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But this woman right here, low key, sang.
Yeah. And I just feel like too, a lot of these female artists now, hip hop artists now, they don't show their skill set. Like they don't show, they can rap, they can twerk, they can do all this, but where is they skill? Like, is they multi-talented, or do they have more than just twerking and rapping? I'm
gonna tell you something. Now, you ready for this?
Yeah. What you about to say?
This is not a sermon, but Missy Elliott came from the church.
Yeah. That's a point. That's a point.
Right. In other words, Missy Elliott, what made her so different is because, of her upbringing and the things she was exposed to, the things that influenced her. But being in church had to be one of them, because even when she rapped and she flowed, it was so many melodicness in it that it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was soulful. It was churchy. It was all different kind of layers of music, but that's what made her so different and unique, man, because it wasn't just rap. It was like a musical.
Yeah, and that element is missing in a whole lot of spectrums of music. Like R&B, like we were talking about the other day. R&B is missing church. It's missing that emotion. That saying church, it's just saying that, like, missing that emotion, that feeling, like that call and response. Like
I wish we could do a homework assignment for the artist and say, hey, look, I need you for at least a good month, visit a church.
Yeah.
Go to a church and sit in it the whole time and listen to the music, because I guarantee you, when you finish, your sound gonna be different.
Yeah.
Because you're listening to something that, okay, wow, maybe you don't have nobody who went to church, or maybe you didn't like going to church, but you cannot deny the fact that those people they're musicians. Like, that's where, like, the core of, like, the R&B, where we're trying to get it back to. These were the people that came from it.
Yeah. Even song structure was like church.
Song structure was church.
Because
and it wasn't so much, and it wasn't difficult. It was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, even like ad libs, like Missy, like like the song Grown Folks. Excuse my nose.
Oh, it's cool.
But Grown Folk song, it's like, when I pull up in a big, then it goes into something else. But I don't know what happened. But I don't know what happened to Steve. But I'm gonna keep going. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened. Was that me?
It might have been.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Cause I don't know what happened. But going back
about Grown Folks.
When Grown Folks, it had that church element. The song featuring Ludacris.
Right.
You like when I pull up in the bed, yeah. It's like it gives you that like church, like a lot of her songs had that church element, and you know it really gravitated people. Like even like mystical, like it had that church, you know that church. Petey Pablo,
Pastor Troy.
Yeah, it had like that church element. Yeah.
Oh, did I do that?
Oh yeah, get on the floor.
Get on the floor.
So even like Busta Rhymes, like you know that what made him a great entertainer is like it had that church. It had that church. You know, don't this hit make my people wanna? And you like,
look, even the song "This Is the Ghetto."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
With the Rick John.
Oh yeah. The sample.
Or having the album Genesis.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Genesis,
like
yeah.
It had to. I mean, he was influenced, man. Like he was influenced. Like you can hear some church in it. That's why it had substance. That's why like you can listen to it. Even like Nas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, they in town tonight.
Who? Nas?
Busta Rhymes.
Oh man.
Yeah. Busta Rhymes and Nas. I forgot about that. They supposed to be there tonight. Wu-Tang. All them. Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, I really wanted to. I forgot that concert is tonight.
Okay.
But I just want to talk about this because it's very important. You know, especially for the future generation of females.
Right.
You know, who is the females that's, you know, they really want to go in the right path. You know, they really want to have some conscience in them. You know, who are they gonna listen to? Because the female artists that's like that, they're not getting the publicity, you know, that they deserve.
Right.
So that's a problem because like if we have daughters or we have children in the future,
right?
You know, I wouldn't want them to listen to Meg Thee Stallion. I wouldn't want them to listen to, you know, them. You know, I don't know what they're gonna listen to outside of the house.
Right.
But I wouldn't want them.
That's what me and my house we gonna serve.
Yeah. So I was thinking about it. But see that church, we influenced by church. And that's what we missing now. Like these adults these days, they want, you know, church. Church came right out of you. So as for me and
my house, we gonna serve the Lord. Now give me all them CDs.
But appreciate you for being up here to talk about this, and you know, hopefully we got more episodes. I really, you know, like doing these episodes about the females.
Yeah.
And how they really, I wish I had females up here to talk about this too. Hopefully in the future. Mm-hmm. But you know, I just like talking about these topics because sometimes the females not represented properly in the music industry. And I just, you know, want to talk about that.
Facts.
And so appreciate you for being up here.
Yes, sir.
And, I hope you have a blessed one. All right.
Hey, thanks, bro. All right.
No
Thanks for having me.
All right, have a good one. All right.
All right, you too, man. Peace.
All right.